Hi, my name is Mesunger, and today I'm going to talk about the absorption system of the contact process and why it is important, how it works, why we do need it, and etc. etc. To capture the essence of absorption, I'll go into the definition. I know it's kind of boring, but bear with me. So, we would like to capture some gaseous product into some liquid in this instance because we want to capture sulfur trioxide from the gaseous state into liquid, into sulfuric acid. We would like to do that in the most economical and efficient manner, so we want to capture most of it, if not all of it. So for here we have water because we start with water. I don't have any sulfuric acid yet that is concentrated because it takes a lot of effort to get out, and I would want to go from 0 to hero in that instance, that I start from 0, because it is kind of a dichotomy and a kind of a paradox that you need concentrated sulfuric acid to make sulfuric acid. Fuck you, come on man. First of all, we have sulfur trioxide here that is coming in the pipe from the reactor chamber, coming in here. It gets into the system because it wants to go through the pipe and go through in forms of bubbles and out here, out of the chamber. It reacts with water because sulfur trioxide is highly reactive. This means that it will form sulfuric acid. SO3 plus H2O equals H2SO4, which is the molecular formula for it. But it will also generate a fuck ton of heat, some 198 kilojoules per mole or something like that, so a lot of heat, next to H2SO4, which is actually the name of sulfuric acid, if you didn't know. This wouldn't be a problem in itself, but because we do have heat, we would say, well, fine, it will be absorbed in terms of the water, and it will be cooled, whatever. But in reality, this doesn't work like that. It will form an aerosol, basically sulfuric acid vapor, which is going to be a white mist, and that's gonna escape the whole absorption jar or absorption vessel that we have. And that's not good, because instead of absorbing and basically putting it into the solution, then we will be having higher concentration of sulfuric acid. We get a sulfuric acid vapor which will just get out of the system, and we will not be able to utilize it because it escapes. We can't capture it. So this is a problem. And to resolve this, I have been thinking about a lot of things, because but sulfuric acid, shut the fuck up, bro. This is the whole point of the system, to create sulfuric acid, not to have sulfuric acid then to make sulfuric acid, because then there would be no fucking point of the whole system, right? To do that, so this is the answer that I've been thinking about. It is called the ESP, or electrostatic precipitation system, which is, to be brief, I'm going to explain this on this setup. We have the sulfuric acid vapor coming out of here from the bubbler, basically the absorber, and going through here. And here, this is the ESP system. These are the sulfuric acid vapor in terms of water and sulfuric acid mist. Here we do have, this is the negative lead and this is the positive lead of 5000 volts, 5 kilovolts DC. And here, in normal case, there would be an arc, but because we have DC and because we have a big electrode gap here and also a pointy electrode tip, this causes a corona effect, which is kind of like a glow, and it doesn't arc, it doesn't create an arc, it will create a glowing effect. And basically what it does is ionizes sulfuric acid and giving it protons, so sulfuric acid plus, it will be pulled towards this negative end. Instead of just blindly going out from here, it will get a plus ion, and then it will be attracted to the graphite electrode here, which is the negative grounded wire, and that is going to be big condenser column that the acid vapors are going to be collected in like droplets. And then these droplets are going to be condensed down, and then they will drip down and be collected as sulfuric acid at the bottom of the jar. With time, this will collect us highly concentrated sulfuric acid instead of very dilute sulfuric acid, which is here. And with time, we will have enough to fill the absorber jars up. This is only theory now. I will be testing this the next weekend, and hopefully this will work. If not, then I will inform you on that later on. But this has been what I have been thinking about and what I have resolved. I will go more into detail into the building of the electric system and the safety features and all this shit in the next video after I have made it work, because I don't want to like mislead you or something like that. Studying at a prestigious university, and I was doing okay in university, but not like extremely good. And what I have realized is that, well, I need to get ahead, because I was always a competing motherfucker. I always like to grind hard, even in League of Legends or all these things. And I realized this: I'm not competing against the fucking losers, the failures that failed the classes. No, I'm competing against actually the guys who are studying from lecture to lecture, who come prepared to the lecture with their fucking color-coded binders into their fucking notebooks. Those type of guys. I'm not competing against the fucking losers who fail the class the third time and they don't even come to class. No, I'm not competing with them. And to fucking beat the guys who color code their notebooks, I need to have like a special attack, because in their game I'm probably not going to beat them, because I have not been doing that. They have been doing that for like 8 years, 10 years, from like even high school. So I'm not doing that. I'm building chemistry projects and I'm leveling up in my personal life. They are not getting better in their personal life. Actually, in fact, they are going down, but they are in their early 20s, so they don't see it just yet. I'm sleeping more. I'm sleeping better. Of course, not today because I have been sick, as you probably can tell, but whatever. So, sleeping better, eating better, getting into exercise, but not now. In the future, fuck. Building myself up. I have realized as well that for a long time I have not been consistently taking action. Yeah, I was consistent, but like half-assing it. And the problem was that I realized I became okay with being a fucking failure. And so are you probably if you are watching this video. But that's not a problem, we can fix that. So I became okay with being a fucking loser, not getting the woman, not getting the grades, not getting the achievements in my chemistry project that I have been working on. Eventually I would get them, but that takes more time, more energy, more sacrifice. I was coping and procrastinating watching videos until I realized that, well, fuck, I need to get a grip. I must be dissatisfied with this, because I'm sick and fucking tired of this, that I don't get the results that I want. And who is going to have more in terms of achievements? The guy who is like, hey, it's okay, I can relax and unwind at the end of the hard day. It's okay not to have money right now because I'm in university. It's okay playing with me. Or the guy who says, well, I'm sick and fucking tired of this, that I don't get the woman, I don't get the results. Who is going to be more likely to act and further grind? The second guy, not the first. Yeah, and I get it. I completely get it. It's a negative feeling. But for us, we need to understand that negative feelings is what drive and increase the likelihood of achieving our things, and basically growth. It leads to growth. Now fuck you. So it leads to growth. But that is only going to come if we feel satisfied, because if we get comfortable in our miserable life, it is going to be lukewarm, it's not good but not bad enough, then we are not going to act. We are not going to be not in a rush, but you are not going to wake up and grind it like 1 hour before school or do these things. No, you're not going to do that, because you're going to be a lazy fuck. I became, as I said, sick and fucking tired of this. Because at the end of it, you can want money, fame, woman, whatever, or even just like progress in your field. It does come with dissatisfaction. Of course, later on, when you are progressing, when you need to keep going, it is better to switch that for like feel good things like fulfillment, purpose, all this stuff. I'm not saying that purpose isn't playing the role right now, but like it is pushed into the back seat rather than the front seat, in the driver's seat. Now the driver's seat, the motherfucker, is dissatisfaction, because this is the initial time that we don't have a lot of skills, we don't have a lot of like capabilities, but we do have a lot of time and energy. And if we waste that energy into doing bullshit, if doing like watching series, playing video games, watching porn, fapping, all this fucking shit, then guess what? Time is gone also, and effort and energy is gone also. And to compensate for that, we need to get dissatisfied, because there is like a trap. If your life isn't bad enough, you won't act. So you need to be dissatisfied, and you basically need to higher the bar that is being like good enough, and then that's going to create this discrepancy here. That's going to feel worse, that's going to cause negative feelings that suck, I know, but this is the catalyst for growth in the long term. And we all want the woman in the end, because we all want this dime piece, 10 out of 10, maybe looks wise like a 9 or 8.5 out of 10, but character wise 10 out of 10 woman who is kind, loving, understanding. We can deeply talk with her, and she is like intelligent and not just a fucking brain dead robot. Karen, we all want that, but that's a problem as well, because we all want that. So do you, so am I, and we need to compete. And the guys who are okay and content with their 5 out of 10 lives, they're not gonna fucking push harder. We are. We're gonna make the competition even worse for them. We're gonna stomp them into the pavement. And at the end, we need to keep going, because we can't stop. Because if we slow down, the worse our future woman is going to be. The lower quality she will be, basically. The higher the longer it takes for you, because you are more comfy, then that means that you are not going to get there as fast as you could have been. Meaning that you are living to your, let's say, 60 or 50% of your potential. Then another guy will take the woman, the very woman that you have wanted. And that sucks. That feels like, if that boils your blood, then good. Be fucking pissed off at that. Because that's gonna fuel you. Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it.